Mr. President, can you hear me? That's what Sonic says in the Sonic OVA. Mute that, bring that up. And oh, Streamlabs. Pop that off. It's crash time. I hope everyone's all Mario'd up because we're about to play this course I just downloaded from Super Mario Maker 1. I heard it's a pretty long one, but we're going to try to get through some of it today. As we all know, I've been streaming daily for the past month and a half, and it's had an effect on my psyche, but oh, I need to turn my TV down. I've just streamed so much, I just forget how to do it. Retweet. Okay, I am starting right now on hashtag Twitch.tv. Twitch. Yeah, that. Tweet. Everything has been building up to this moment. Did Mind Over Mutant get a DS port? What? Oh god. How? Okay, I've never streamed Crash Nin's Trilogy. Is the game audio too loud? Because I know no video game is mixed consistently with other video games these days. Ah. So as we all know, Mario Maker got a patch recently for a new layout. Ah, shit. What do you mean installing? Sorry, I thought I downloaded the whole thing from Super Mario Maker. I put this in like an hour ago. I've got the latest version. Hey y'all, I installed Netflix recently, just so you know. Well, let's play the Crash Team Racing demo. Discord's on fire. Did Mario kill Discord? Oh god, maybe I'm supporting a bad thing here by playing Mario Maker. Whoa! Oh, that's not even here's the trailer. It's like, yeah, would you like to buy this? Hey kids, just press R2 and then press X a few times, and you'll own Crash Team Racing. Well, alright, so here's my thought process, everyone. I was like, I could play Crash 1, but I've drank a little bit, so I won't be as good. So I was like, Crash 3 is the easiest. It's the one I want to play. What if we just drank and played that? Whoa, check out. Whoa, look at how these are going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's more consistent. Well, it doesn't tell me how well off each one is. So, I guess we should start with Crash Bandicoot. And just see where we drop, boys. What's up? I'm on to my second rum job for the night. I haven't really drank since the last drinking stream, so I'm sure my tolerance is very high.
We haven't determined the cause of past failures. Moron.
Aren't you glad they put subtitles into this one so we can all hear what's going on?
Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant.
And if you think about it, Crash just kind of got a nut shot right there.
closer than
Oh,
ever before.
thank you.
Quickly, into the vortex.
Oh my gosh, that's so kind of you.
The vortex is not ready. We have
I'm
no
mad that
idea
my
what
Twitch
to do.
sounds still aren't working, but you know. At least the picture worked. I think I've managed to complain about that every single stream, and it's been months, so I guess it's just never going to work. Which is a shame, because I picked really funny voices. Oh well. Uh-oh! Whoa! That's how Crash Bandicoot 1 ends, ladies and
Female.
germs. God. Yeah, I think it's from Spyro 3. I don't know if it's... I don't remember if it's from the intro. Who did the LP? Someone did an LP of Spyro 2 and 3 where they broke pretty much every level, and all of their thumbnails were just characters in really awkward screaming poses. So I or someone, I forget now, just transparencied it, and I made it into a thing. It's time, everybody. Thank you very much. I just tried to slide jump, so this is already off to a great start. Oh man. I had barely any rum, and I've maybe already drank too much for Crash Bandicoot. This is going to be great. I mean, Super Mario Maker. Because we're playing Super Mario Maker. You have to stay relevant on the internet for views, as you all know. Whoa! How's everyone doing? I know I've asked you that during each one of my daily Twitch streams for the past month and a half, but just to make sure we're all doing good. I know not a single soul has looked at the Team Sonic Racing leaks. Very happy that everyone's stayed vigilant. Whoa! Oh, the Vegas Pro Humble Bundle. I think I meant to buy that as well. I feel kind of weird using Premiere Pro, an old version, after seeing what's going on with the new versions. That, and I assume some of the other bundled software is probably worth it. Thanos and Team Sonic Racing be like... I don't know. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Oh. Shit! Is Crash reinstalled yet? What was I gonna say? I watched Thor Ragnarok last night because I heard that was one of the super good Marvel movies, and I walked away from it thinking that it was just like all the other Marvel movies I had already seen. So it kind of made me a little dubious as to the other Marvel movies. Hot take zone. So I'm going to also watch Guardians 2 before... I just did the exact same thing. I'm going to watch Guardians 2 because I cared about Guardians 1. I've got a free month of Netflix I'm abusing. Guardians 2, Black Panther. Look at this shit. Maybe I should just play Spyro 2. Also, don't take my opinion as law. I have really weird movie opinions. Infinity War. That was the other one I was going to watch. Then I was going to try and watch Endgame in theaters. Thank you, Scoots. Look at that. How kind. People are just subscribing today. Thank you all. Ragnarok was definitely a hee-haw. I cannot deny that it was a hee-haw movie, for sure. I apologize profusely for my gameplay. This is really bad. Ah, shit. Sorry. I'm trying to think about movies and play Crash Bandicoot, which is a weird combo. I'm not good at multitasking. Okay. That I've never felt comfortable doing this row. This is Sonic 4. I want to watch what they do in the shadows because I like the Flight of the Conchords guy that's attached to it. I generally try to at least peep what they're doing eventually. God damn it. How's everyone doing tonight? Whoa. What was... Put that slow down. To be fair, this is my fault, in a way, for A, being drunk, B, streaming, and C, trying to do 100% anyway. Yeah, I imagine tickets didn't last too long on that. I'm kind of good just watching Season 1 over and over in perpetuity, to be honest. I even somewhat like the second season, but it just doesn't compare to Season 1 for me. Oh, freaking mutt, you saw the remake live. That's cool. Drunk Sonic Mania plus 100%. I mean... Could. I thought about even streaming Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life and just subduing you all to that. You know, it's right there. Like, I could. But what if I didn't? Spinning TNT. Oh. They made the load times so good that you can't read the loading tips anymore. Other good and bad thing. See, look, I'm not constantly dying now. I'm just that good at the game. Well. This is just all down to pro reflexes right here. Nothing else. No other external factors making me great at video games right now. Whoa! Ugh. I keep wanting to slide drunk. Heck. Slide drunk. Slide jump! Gah! Whoa! 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 I've had barely any. That's the best part. I have barely drank at all. Yeah, everybody's like, oh man, here's my live reaction to Mario Maker 2. Okay, here's my live post discussion of Mario Maker 2. Bitch, we're playing Crash Bandicoot 1 in Mario Maker. What's up? Keep the stream, subscribe to my YouTube, and pat my Patreon. I'm usually less of a lightweight, but I've had maybe barely any alcohol this year, so I think I'm even a tall fat boy. It's just my tolerance has just gotten that low. Scoots, I feel that. Us anxiety boys were yakking a little bit before I jumped out to go be anxious somewhere else. Oh, great. We're already at a 2D temple stage. Whoa! 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 Time to fall into a bottomless pit. Y'all remember that time Tana left Crash Bandicoot for Pinstripe Poodaroo? It was a little weird. It was Pinstripe, right? Shit. So I've been playing through Spyro Reignited lately, which, if you're not a patron of mine, you may not know that I'm going to finally attempt... In my mind, I'm finally doing the Learning to Love PlayStation on Spyro Reignited. So I've kind of, in the back of my mind, and with Crash Team Racing coming out, I was like, I wonder how the Crash Bandicoot remake holds up. And, pretty okay if you're bad at video games, I guess. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to look at it again. I was hoping Crash 3, because that's the one I enjoy the most. But... no. So I remember this being kind of a cool remake when it first came out, but... no, it's been almost a couple of years now. I'm trying to remember, like, was it actually that good, or... was I just fucking happy to have any Crash Bandicoot back? And that's what matters the most at the end of the day. That monkey has to get its butt kicked somehow. Shit! Fuck! Final Fantasy IX, what's that? Oh, what's this? Doink. Shit. Yeah, I kind of made myself go through Crash 1 for the first time, just to say I finally did it. But I don't really care for Crash 1 at all. The more time passes, the more time proves to me that this is just more of a fun historical thing, that this isn't here, than a thing I actually want to engage with. Meaning, like, you know, one game of the 3 in this, quote, collection I don't want to bother with at all. You know, at least with Spyro, I want to play all 3 games, generally. There's another reason why Spyro is better than Crash Bandicoot. Don't quote me on that one. I also wanted to try... one of the things I wanted to do today, I never played the Future Tense level. That was the wholly original level they made for the Insane Trilogy. I wanted to play that today to kind of get an idea of what these guys are going to be doing with their new Crash game, which they almost undoubtedly have to be playing. Oh god, I got quoted on that. If you want me... god, if we're clipping that... oh, well... oh, whoa! What's this? Notices your bulge. There. Yeah, so I've just 120, however many percented Spyro 1 again. I'm going back into Crash 2. Spyro 2. I'm always trying to tell myself Spyro 2 is going to be more appealing to me when I go back and replay it. But I feel like I'm going to go through this review saying Spyro 2 is still my least favorite Spyro. I maybe said something else in Learning to Love PlayStation back in the day, but I cannot make myself look at those videos again, so I'm not sure what I actually said. Notices your Bandicoot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this ugly little fucker. Is everyone excited? What comes out this week? Box Boy? Is everyone excited for Box Boy and Box Girl? That was a month ago? Oh. Oh. Got a real Naughty Dog ass level right here, I tell you what. No, I already looked. Just in case. There has to be some way to see, like, how installed is this game, right? Thank you for clipping it. TSR is, you know, it's only 6 days away. I know some people who have had it for at least a week. I cannot say whether their impressions were good or bad because of NDAs, but I've definitely heard some things about Team Sonic Racing. I'll tell you that. think in my mind I was like, let's go to storage and it'll tell me how much space this game's currently taking up. But now that I'm here, I'm less certain. Yeah, I think I think even back when we were doing those LPs, I was feeling more anti-Spyro 2. I'm not sure if way back in Lord until PlayStation days, though. My PS4 is slow. Okay. Maybe it's not doing it because it's still installing. Maybe that's my sign. Okay. Video games. At some point, I'm just gonna buy a better hard drive for my PS4. There's the TWD thing back. Carl, you gonna watch 12? I went back and watched that about a week ago and had no idea why I was doing that. I didn't want to play Crash 1. That's why I'm doing so bad. I don't care about Crash 1. Fuck. I thought we'd all be hanging out, seeing Entropy, turning the Time Twister, doing cool shit. He doesn't really do anything. He just kind of yells sometimes. And then you kick his ass. But you know, in our minds he's doing cool shit. Calls us a rodent. Pretty alright. I just think it's really uncool that they referenced Uncharted with these sections. I don't know. One of the first things I've ever heard. You should hear what he thinks of Game of Thrones then. Carl, we've got to watch GOAT. Oh, I heard there's a Starbucks cup in it. I'm trying to get double stars for my rewards. It's Double Stars Wednesday, Carl. It is actually Double Stars Wednesday. If you got a Starbucks location near you, hit them up for that double stars and use the hashtag discount code MeeknessFan, and I'll get some stars from your purchase. Whoa! Oh, yeah, by the way, I guess that's still in effect. If you want me to read the next part of David T. Lurker's many part Sonic 25 years later review, or 20 years later review from Ken Penders, hosted on sonicretro.org. All it takes is 500 bits, and I will halt this stream and read David T. Lurker's review. Oh, this is off the rails. Holy shit. Let's go back in. I don't want to play Crash 1. It was painful to go through the first one. And not because David is a bad writer or anything, it's just because David is so verbose and he talks so much, and I love him. But it's a lot to read out loud as opposed to just being written. But we may do something else while this installs, because I'd rather just play a different game than I mentioned than play Crash 1 as a different game than I mentioned. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here we go again. This is Clip Central today. Hey, everybody! We're here. That worked out pretty alright. It only took us half an hour to get here. David's too busy having a girlfriend. Ms. Katsuniku. The alternative Hatsune Miku relation. Whoa!
Free at last.
Time to go yell at the guy with the big head. Did someone say big head?
Uka is free? No, It cannot be.
I think they're just dating for the branding, honestly, you know. Whoa. Whoa.
None dares fail the great Uka Uka even once. But you, Cortex,
Aku. I swear, someone else got into my credit cards. I didn't buy a yearly membership on Zeusk.com.
from deep inside my deadly prison, I sent you
Real story.
instructions to
Someone I went to Pittsburgh, got some gas at a speedway, and someone bought a $59.96 year membership for Zeusk, the elderly dating site.
on this planet.
I know we've had a few.
Oh fuck, 500 bits. Okay, do you want that to count as a Sonic Retro review thing? Because I'll halt this right now to do it.
I am feeling
Fuck.
generous.
Yeah, someone bought that for me. They didn't buy it for me, they stole my credit card information. But I told myself they bought it for me.
And this time,
Another one!
the great Uka Uka
The last time I did this, viewers dropped off so quickly. I cannot wait to see it this time. Okay, Crash 3 first, then I read it. How about, how does this sound to everyone? Partly because I cannot remember the name of this. Sonic Retro 20 years later? How about... Okay, Mobius 25 years later, the review. Already Google is showing me part 16. How about I get through the first world of Crash 3, part 2, and then I will read Mobius 25 years later, the review, comma, part 2, hyphen, of Frightened and Dancing Crocs, penned by David T. Worker. How does that sound for everyone?
To open the time portal, simply stand on a button and then jump into the portal. Good luck.
Okay. We have one confirmation of that sounds good, so I'm going to do that. Whoa! Oh, I can slide jump. We'll just have to make sure to fill Patrick back once he's... Fill Patrick in once he's back from peeing. Crash. Why are you drinking rum jobs while playing Crash 3?
I have a mask helping me.
You fool.
We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Yeah, Toad Town's in this game. You didn't know? It's a town with the Toads. We like. I like that they kept how shitty the warp room looks and the teleportation. Yeah, ooh yeah, shibbity boo yeah, bubbles. It's just the little touches, you know. Okay, Patrick, the compromise we've agreed on is that I'm going to get through the first world of Crash 3. Then I'm going to read Mobius 25 years later, part 2, the review. Penned by David T. Worker. Whoa! Just because we finally got into Crash 3, we got to make sure we get a little Crash 3 going. I don't have the run unlocked. Also, good reference. It took me a bit to be like, he wasn't doing any chores. Hold up. Oh, man. Okay. We'll do stage 1 of Crash 3. Patrick is the one who donated bits. We'll get through this stage, and then I'll read it. Just because Patrick's the one who made it happen, so I mean, we can't make this guy listen to it in his car, you know what I mean? This guy who's tortured us all. Anyway, Crash 3 is the best Crash game. Discuss? I don't know, Crash 2 might be better. It's the eternal struggle with these games. Like, I always want to be like, well, the second game was focused, but the third game is more appealing, even though it had less focus. Like, I'm thinking of Spyro 3, like, yeah, there's all the extra characters, but I think the levels and worlds are more appealing. Well, same with Crash 3, like, yeah, Crash 2 is, like, technically the better game, but I like the locations in 3 more. You've never played Crash Bandicoot? Well, I heard they've remade him. You should probably check that out. I'm playing the Mario Maker version, but, you know, you might get something out of the Insane Trilogy. As for David T. Looker, I don't think he knows that I did it. I think some of y'all tweeted him, but I don't think he knows. Secondly, he made out of cared. That was kind of a weird in-joke that came from just the stream, so he might have just seen that and been like, oh heck, okay, whatever. So thank you, Scoots. Happy birthday, Joey. Yeah, I'm too drunk. Are bits and stuff popping up on the screen? I hope they are. Anyway, I'm going to link this into chat so everyone can read along. Happy birthday, Joey. Let's see. November 30th, 2012, by David the Lurker. The alerts are appearing. Okay, I am just already too intoxicated to notice. There is the link I'll be reading along from. Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is soon. SonicRetro.org. Mobius, 25 years later, the review. Part 2. Of Frightened and Dancing Crocs. To everyone who has made it this far, thank you, and I forgive you for leaving. When looking at Mobius 25 years later as a whole, it is pretty clear just how important Ken Penders wanted this story to be for the readers. Running in the comic for over a year, coupled with its promise of wrapping up numerous storylines that had been running throughout his Knuckles narrative since nearly the beginning of his time writing for the title, it was meant to be this grand finale for a medium whose very nature would prevent an ending from coming about. If the series were to ever end, there might not be enough warning to give the comic any sort of closure, as has been the case for numerous titles throughout the industry, not just at Hyperlink Archie Comics. The publication of a licensed comic going as long as Sonic the Hedgehog is still unprecedented. Note, he wrote this in 2012. And only in recent years have Archie and Sega really begun to comprehend this. It's been said more than once that Sega's input in the series currently far surpasses anything they did during Ken's tenure, quite possibly wanting to avoid a situation where the interior of the comic book is in stark contrast with how the franchise is being portrayed in the games. Ha! Okay. Spoiler alert. The alcohol is hitting me hard, and I'm rocking back and forth, and that's making this text very blurry. So if I get anything wrong, I'm just going to keep rolling. Though it's uncertain if Ken ever thought about the possibility of his work being collected into a trade paperback, Mobius 25 years later certainly feels like something that was meant to be released as a single volume at some point down the line, similar to how Archie have recently been collecting the Sonic the Hedgehog comics in its Archive and Selects books. Remember that shit? While the issues 25 years later appeared in are still a ways away from being considered for inclusion, it wasn't that long ago that almost the entirety of the storyline was published together in issue number 4 of the Sonic Super Special Magazine Hyperlink, a quarterly publication whose goal seems a bit all over the place, collecting random arcs of various quality. Patrick is holding me at gunpoint for this. For anyone who owns a copy of issue number 4, those in the know may have noticed 2 parts of the story missing. Prologue, which was covered in detail in our previous installment, and Father's Day, the penultimate chapter which we'll get to in due time. Ha! David. So for those who have only experienced the saga in magazine format, we're reaching territory you are now familiar with as we once again journey into the world of Mobius 25 years later. That was just the preamble. I love you, David. The Unveiling, once again written by Ken Penders and drawn by Stephen Butler, starts off where the last story promised we'd be, at Laura Sue's unveiling ceremony. With the party just getting underway, we see Julie Sue greet a newcomer whom we've yet to meet. Mace the Echidna. I'm following this hyperlink. Who the fuck is Mace the Echidna? Let's go to archiesonic.fandom.com/wiki/Nikapian. Okay, this is a baby Knuckles. Oh shit. Nikapian, quote, kneecaps, end quote, Mace, was the son of Lara Lay and Windmacher and half-brother to Knuckles the Echidna. A rather energetic infant, he is extremely attached to his parents and fond of his brother Knuckles, whom he enjoys hitting on the head with a rattle. Got it! Character development in the bag! Back to the main article. By referencing to Laura S.'s niece, it only takes a second for the reader to realize that this very generic-looking Knuckle Echidna in a tuxedo is actually Knuckles' younger brother. Yes, you read that right. Ken Penders decided to give Knuckles a kid brother. Casually mentioned 2 years prior on a single page during the reunification story arc, which we'll be referencing again later on if you can believe it, the unborn child was a plot point that most readers probably forgot about until seeing him full grown in this strange and boring future. It would take another few months before the toddler Echidna would be introduced in the main comic. It's a really bad baby. Unlike most fan characters, Mace doesn't seem to possess any grand abilities that make him better than Knuckles. He doesn't have an extra row of sharpened knuckles on his hands, or have the ability to turn super into presidents of Echidna ceremonies. Instead, as cheerfully pointed out by Julie Sue, Mace seems to be a bit of a ladies' man, with her asking him not to go after any of the women at the party as they're mostly married. They leave out his success rate, so it is entirely possible that Mace is just as bad with women as Knuckles. He just tries way more. Not like it really matters to the story, since Mace will soon vanish into the background, having to seduce married women another day. It's time to update the Twitch page, so I'm not misleading viewers. Creator dashboard. Reading David T. Workers, Mobius 25 years later. Category, just talk, just chatting. Just chatting. More like just chatting, am I right, Patrick? No, it really matters to the story, since Mace will soon vanish into the background, having seduced married women another day. Just as Knuckles promised, the Guardian takes the first dance with his daughter, the two trilling about and once again sharing the corniest dialogue. Laura Sue complains about her dress like any teenager wearing something super frumpy would, and to be honest, I can't blame her. Here she is, dressed in a gown that a 6-year-old girl wanting to look like a princess would wear, all the while her mother is in a gown that must have been designed to make men stop and stare. Yes, I wish I didn't need to type that sentence, and yes, I wish it was the only time I had to comment on Julie Sue's clothing, but I'll leave that alone for now and mention something that I should have in the first review: Laura's glasses. David. While she isn't the first character in a comic to have lens wear, there is just something about her particular frames that seems so wrong. Maybe it's just the proportions of her head or the fact that they look like bifocals, but they just don't look right sitting on her face. I know I wasn't bothered in Sonic Adventure 2 when Knuckles wore those optional sunglasses, so they must be able to work on Sonic character designs, but the ones here, ugh. Sorry, Laura, but you need a stylist that isn't a pair of grown men slowly sexualizing your mother. Quote David T. Worker. Time for another drink. David. It isn't long before Laura Sue is cutting up the rug with some nondescript echidna. Knuckles wandering away from the party and standing on a balcony overlooking Echidnapolis? Julie Sue joins him, and we are once again greeted with dialogue that says, yes, Knuckles is trying to deal with the fact his daughter is growing up and soon won't need him. These sort of exchanges would work so much better if we had actually seen Knuckles at any point trying to raise his daughter, but we haven't been afforded that chance. We go from reading about teenager Knuckles in the first half of the comic to seeing this forced adult Knuckles, and it just doesn't work as well as it should. We haven't even seen Knuckles really mature, so having him deal with the concept on the other side is incredibly awkward. Maybe Merlin, the magic narrator from part 1, should have shown us snippets of the last 25 years leading up to this point. Yeah, Merlin! Or maybe Ken could have found a far subtler way of showing Knuckles dealing with his daughter's maturity instead of going, I am parent, my daughter is getting older. Pardon me. No, the bottle's got plenty in it. Actually, I'm drinking very little. Anyway, Knuckles and Julie Sue take a look over the balcony, staring into a night sky that happens to be full of lightning. Though they don't say anything about it, we, the readers, find out that we're meant to care as we jump back to Rotor, now joined by Kobar. Looking older than death itself, this cyborg-esque echidna confers with Rotor over what they have discovered, that the very fabric of the universe is coming apart. While Rotor hopes his calculations are wrong, the margin of error proves that the end of existence is not just a possibility, but a certainty. The strange weather patterns being the first sign of a greater calamity. The cause of impending doom? Zone hopping. Apparently, all those adventures that have been happening in the comic for the last 130 issues, involving Sonic jumping from zone to zone, have expedited the breaking of the space-time continuum. While there is mention of Hyperlink Dimitri and his followers doing all sorts of crazy things with space and time over the thousands of years Dimitri has existed, the Dark Legion's shenanigans pales in comparison to Sonic the Hedgehog jumping on the cosmic interstate and being forced to take part in an Ally McBeal parody. That sounds about right. Help. Time for a brief history lesson. Back in 1993, Sonic was hot. Really hot. Sonic the Hedgehog and its sequel Hyperlink had single-handedly made Sega a household name. The merchandising blitz had begun, with every company trying to find some way of capitalizing on its success. Books, toys, television shows, you name it. So it wasn't a surprise that a comic book company would start publishing a series based on the property. Initially a 4-part miniseries to test the waters, Archie Comics were the winners in whatever bidding war the license may or may not have. Oh, this is a little irrelevant. David. When the comic first began, it was a far different beast than how it would look even just a few years later. With short, continuity-free stories written entirely for laughs, it wasn't trying to be a huge and sprawling epic. The original creative team also probably didn't see the expected series last more than a couple of years. The average lifespan of the licensed material at the time. So when the original scribe comic Mike Gallagher wrote like he was ordered to lead the series, I'll let Ken Penders explain. I'm skipping the Ken Penders quotes. I am sorry, but I'm doing it. I'm skipping the next paragraph too. Sorry, I'm doing it. David, I'm sorry. Patrick, I'm sorry. I'm doing it. So yes, the backbone of Mobius 25 years later originates with the very first story Ken Penders ever worked on for the title. The main plot of Strange Weather Patterns and Impending Doom is also a very clear reference to another superhero comic book stable, best encapsulated in the 1985 maxi series, Crisis on Infinite Earths. That series, published by DC Comics, took the previous 50 years of history across all its titles and used it to create an epic that both concluded decades of continuity and opened the door for brand new stories to be told. While I doubt Sega's licensing people would ever allow such sweeping changes even in a possible future, the idea of throwing our heroes against their greatest threat ever that also wraps things up in a brilliant, dramatic fashion is one comic book companies that have been trying to do almost yearly. I can completely understand why Ken would want to replicate this sort of storytelling in the pages of Sonic, especially since he had been working on the book for nearly a decade himself at this point. Right, back to the story. After casually ruling out time travel, the pair of Rotor and Kobar realize they have their work cut out for them. Before they can continue to work on saving all of existence, however, Rotor realizes that he still has to make an appearance at a prior engagement, else it'll be considered a royal snub. After all, the fate of the world is hanging in the balance. You wouldn't want someone you've known for decades to think you're being rude for not showing up at his daughter's party, right? With Rotor scrambling about in his oversized cloak, what's the reason he wants to look like Obi-Wan Kenobi again? We get to see that he isn't the only one late to the Echidna festivities. Emerging out of their red flying car, Vector the Crocodile and his son Argyle, oh I get it, show up fashionably late to Laura Sue's unveiling, all caps, with both Vector and Knuckles encouraging the young Croc to ask Lara to dance. Ignoring the slightly creepy vibe this exchange gives off, the layout of this page just bothers me. I'm feeling numb. Time to move my arms. The most prominent panel on the page is the arrival of a taxi, and while at first glance I thought it was driving away after having dropped off to Vector and Son, I realized that, no, it is actually arriving. While this was probably done to delay the unveiling of Vector's future self, that doesn't work since you see his face on the page anyway. When you look at a comic book, at least in my experience, your eye does take in the entire page at once. Even if you haven't read any dialogue, even if you don't exactly know what's happening in the first split second, your mind doesn't black out the other panels you see. The way the layout works, it merges together to form a single work of art. Instead of something intriguing, all I take out of it is a taxi I'm supposed to think is more important than Vector, and that Knuckles loves giving vague directions to teenagers while standing outside of buildings. I'm pretty sure that while you're egging Argyle on to dance with your daughter, he at least knows that she would be inside the building he just arrived at. Think, everyone! Stepping inside, we see Vector's face in terror. Not because anything interesting has happened, but because he is frightened that the prospect that his son might not be a social butterfly. Glad to know that Vector's priorities as a father are in the right order. Either way, it doesn't matter, as we can see that he can keep his own, dipping Lara Sue and making Vector's head slowly enlarge in shock. Before it can get too big, Knuckles' attention is pulled away by Harry the cab driver, who hands the Guardian a note from R. Could it be the mysterious return of Dr. Robotnik? No, it's just a note from Rotor, asking Knuckles for a private meeting. With Knuckles dramatically setting it up at Locke's part, the second chapter comes to an end. Though I must ask, why couldn't Rotor just ask Knuckles in person? Only one page earlier did we hear the Walrus talk about not wanting to royally snub a previous engagement, which would make one assume he was talking about the unveiling of the Guardian's daughter. Guess he must have had some other super important task to attend to, like getting his dry cleaning done by a resurrected Tommy the Turtle hyperlength. And why would Harry care if the meter is running? He's the cab driver. If it keeps on going, he gets paid more. Hold on. Who is he getting paid by? Is Rotor sitting in the cab? Did he just tell Harry to take the message to Knuckles and that he would pay him later? If Rotor is right there, he could have just walked in. Knuckles certainly isn't paying anyone anything. Harry isn't a courier. Harry is a dingo, and dingoes are associated with Australia, which is why he is talking in the most obvious British slang imaginable. So the plot has been set up again. Tune in next time for part 3 as we see Knuckles and Rotor reunited, along with whatever else Ken decides to throw at us. Dun 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 dun. Oh, and that was Mobius 25 years. Part 2 of the 25 part, however many parts David T. Worker wrote. Okay, let me get the stream back here. Best Mario Maker's best course, Crash 3 NST. Category Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I guess you could say I've gone insane from reading that. This is what alcohol and 500 bits can do. However, I'm now raising it to 750 bits to read another part of David T. Lurker's Mobius 25 Years Later review. I have to use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. Wait. Did I say it was only 100 bits last time? Oh, man. Yeah. Exactly, Patrick. That's the point. I'm trying to incentivize people to not do it. Also, bye, Scoots. Thank you. It was 300. Yeah, okay. That seemed right at the time. Okay, I was worried. After I started reading it, I was like, I hope I made it more than last time. Because last time I said I was going to make it more. And this is so much. Turns out I did. And Crash just put a crystal out of his ear. That's kind of weird. Whoa! Y'all are gonna kill me. Okay. I will accept halvesies. If at the time of donation you say, hey, this is for a Bev Big Head quote, which I owe Max a Bev Big Head quote. Hold on. That's right. Okay. Sorry everyone. This is owed from prior time. But did I already do this? I know I pinned it. Let me go into Discord. Yeah, so I whore myself out, apparently, to do really stupid shit on stream that isn't actually that entertaining. Discord is connecting? Okay. Yeah, Patrick, you've still got, like, a lot saved up. So you could torture me at any given moment. More than you already have. Okay, a Rio soundtrack's been linked to me. I do want to see Rio at some point. Oh. Okay, that's right. Franken, if you want a bev line, give me a bev line. Unfortunately, this one may make you not want a bev line. This is what I'm reading along to, everybody. This is what is owed from April 12th, 2019. Bev Big Head. Remember, 200 bits can get you this. Let me find the range first.
Rocco, my favorite neighbor in the whole world.
Okay.
I'm a grower, not a shower. What do this mean, you might ask? It means my pee-pee dumb small when it's soft, but when I get hard, my shit bigger than your feet. Anyway, the upside to this, no one ever expects how big I get when I'm hard. It's like, damn, I ain't even noticed you got a big-ass dick, boy. The downside? If I get pissed in public, I immediately have to start jacking off before I pull my pants back up in order to get it hard. If not, everyone will think I'm packing chicken nugget, when in reality, I'm not vegan, but I brought the cucumber with me.
I think I linked to the Ponyta paste bin, unfortunately. I just saw a paste bin link and I'm kind of drunk, so I was like, yeah, that's it. Sorry if I made you think I was reading the shiny Ponyta thing again. Remember, 200 bits could get you a Bev Big Head line reading. Wholesome entertainment. Let's go to stage 2 of Crash 3 before I lose my mind and get banned from Twitch. Whew, how's everyone doing? I also wanted to say during the stream, I got my first Twitch payout this week, so I appreciate everyone who has donated along the way. Your Bev's... No, the last one was just shiny Ponyta, that was fine. This one was just, like, monstrous. It's like, why would you make another human being say this for $2 before the processing fees? I don't know. Anyway, I very much appreciate it. I'm gonna find a way to reinvest it back into Twitch or my YouTube somehow. I'm not just gonna go, like, to IHOP and buy a $100 meal, even though that is very tempting. So I appreciate everyone who's donated or subscribed over the last year and 2 months. It's very much appreciated. It's very nice. I got that email yesterday and was like, whoa. Sorry, I said, whoa! There we go. Yeah, my throat does kind of hurt, but you know, it's all for the money. That's what anyone does, anything online, right? Well, I mean, IHOP, it's not a cheap place, you know? It can add up. And when you're a big boy like me, you go in there and you say, give me the chicken waffles. And they're like, okay, sir, it'll be $10.33. And I go, okay, here's the tip. Actually, I want some french fries, too. They're like, that'll be $49. And I go, oh shit. If I go to Denny's, I'm paying it all in gas because the nearest Denny's is... I don't even know where the nearest Denny's is. We don't have any around here. No, it's fine. I'll just grab some more alcohol to lube my throat up. That's a good idea. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's a Denny's in Columbus. I am going to Columbus this weekend to see Mr. #FTA. And by the way, we might stream the beginning of Yakuza 0 on twitch.tv/FTCR69. That's a really ironic time for a hydrated bot to come on. But yeah, we might do that, so, you know, keep an eye on the FTCR Twitter. I'm sure we'll say when if we do it. But, you know, streams. I want to make Gareth play some Yakuza so he has an understanding of why I freak out about Yakuza so much. Because he seems like adjacently interested, but I just want to show him the first couple hours of one of the games so you can be like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, whether he likes it or not, different story, but at least so you can have like a reference point, you know. And then from there, if I do wind up moving to Columbus this year, I'll probably make him do like a weekly stream with me, since the Breath of the Wild thing seems to have been destroyed by the whole Parenthood thing. Excuse me. IHOP does sound like a very Apple-y store if you don't know what IHOP is. I've never thought about that in that light, but yeah, you're not wrong for thinking that. It's a pretty good breakfast place though. I'm bad about the thing where when I go to IHOP, it is purely the chicken and waffles restaurant. Their chicken and waffles are very good. So when I go there, it's the only thing I get. Because I'm like, I know this place does this well, I will get this thing that I like, and that will be that. And then I get that, and I'm very happy. But, yeah. I don't know if there's any British equivalent. Like, when I talk to Gareth and Carrie, they're always like, yeah, a lot of the British restaurants just kind of suck. I'm like, okay. Oh, here we go. Delving into maybe bad territory here. I know Oriental isn't exactly the most accepted phrase anymore. I was really surprised to see this remake still using Orient Express, because it seemed like that was kind of maybe a partial no-go in today's climate. I was very surprised about that. I've already missed a box. Perfect. I think that also brings up an interesting thing about remakes, and nowadays it's like, well, do you go with that because that's the way it is and you're remaking it, or do you change it because it's not socially acceptable anymore, you know? And then it gets to the point where, like, I've seen Asian restaurants use the name Orient and Oriental in their names, so I'm like, okay, are they okay with it? Is this place even run by people of that ethnicity for them to have a judgment call? Is, you know, do they care, or are they just dealing with it because that's like known, you know, associated with that by white people, and they're just going with it for the restaurant name begrudgingly? It's like, I'm not well informed enough to even begin to have a conversation about that, but it makes me wonder, like, all these things, for sure. You know, I don't envy the numerous discussions they presumably had about this at Vicarious Visions, for sure. I missed some boxes. Whoa! Ah, yes, Cheeky Nando's. I've heard of that. That's right, yeah, someone says the R word in Final Fantasy VII, so it's like, you know, I've seen some discussion about the Final Fantasy VII remake, that new trailer that just came out, right? It's like, Barrett's whole thing in the English translation was, he's like Mr. T. But if you go to the Japanese translation, it's not at all that. So now I'm seeing a lot of discussion now. It's like, is this still acceptable for him to be like Mr. T, or is this just too much of a stereotype now, you know? And it's not really my position to comment either way on that, but I'm finding it interesting to read about. You know, and see people's takes on it. Because, like, to me, it's a very endearing thing, because Mr. T, to me, is, like, an endearing thing. But also, like, I'm a white guy, you know? Like, my opinion doesn't really matter on that, you know? If that's something that's largely viewed upon as, like, a negative thing by people, then, like, I can get that and get behind that, for sure. To me, it's like that part in Spyro 3 where he says never go to college. Like, back in the 90s, that might have been a provocative statement, but, you know, nowadays, well... I'm surprised I've gotten this far in the stage, considering how drunk I seem to have gotten. It's not bad. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like... I don't know. I don't want to delve too much further into that, because it's really not my place to delve into it. But I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of discussion about that recently, and I do find it very interesting. Because, like, I don't see it as too harmful, but also, of course I wouldn't, right? So I want to read up on how people who are affected by that, or generalized by that, actually feel about that. Whoa! Yeah. I'm someone who, like... I've never felt like a here's what I want to go to college for kind of calling. You know, I'm really glad I didn't just go because that's the thing you do. Like, in America, it's very much a thing. Like, every movie's like, well, you're going to college now. Here's all the college sexy fun time stories and all this stuff. And I was like, well, what to go for, you know? Like, I could have just went just to do it, and maybe I'd happen to fall into something I enjoyed and wanted to put up with, but maybe I just would have went there and been even more miserable, you know? Like, especially near the end of high school, I wasn't doing that well, and a lot of that was because of my parents, but like, even then, I just look at college and I'd look at programs around here, and I'd be like, I just don't see it. You know, whatever. I kind of envy people who figured it out, so to speak, or at least crash landed and crash and happened to find something they enjoyed. Also, I fucked up this bonus round. I want those things up there. If only I had the Wumpa launcher. Fuck. Yeah, I feel that. I can't think of the last time I've ever seen an Egyptian portrayal that is not the ancient Egyptian stuff, right? Like, really, like, at least as far as what I engage with, there's really not even that much. Like, there was Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was kind of it, you know? Otherwise, you'd have, like, the Egyptian dance or all these other highly focused things on, like, ancient Egypt. I've never seen, like, just a modern, hey, here's what Egypt's like, kind of thing, you know? There's a YouTube channel, and Patreon and all that. It's run by a former Giant Bomb guy. He's known as the blinking white guy gift. That kind of became his thing accidentally, right, as he was leaving Giant Bomb. But he goes around to, like, less portrayed countries and, like, films documentary about their gaming culture and a bit about their normal culture and stuff like that. And I'd kind of like to see him go to Egypt and try and be like, all right, here's what it's like here right now. It's called Cloth Map. Very highly recommended watch. Very, very interesting. Very well produced. Cool stuff. I'd like to see him do something with Egypt, but he's very, very slow. And it's always worth the wait, but he's very, very slow. I relate to losing touch with editing, by the way. Like, I've just kind of gotten my basic editing stuff down, and that's just kind of what I stick with. And it's not even my job, so I'm not really one to talk about that. But anyway, I've got this hover bike thing here. Stuff like this reminds me why I like Uncharted and the idea of looking at studios long form, because like Uncharted is a very different beast from Crash Bandicoot, but Uncharted 1 totally has you running toward the camera and like getting on a water ski at a point. And every time I play Uncharted 1, I'm just like, oh yeah, you can kind of trace the lineage here, even unintentionally, you know. Maybe when they were making Uncharted, they were just like, it'd be cool to have a water ski section, not necessarily like referencing Crash, but I do like that you can kind of compare that to completely different stuff they were doing. The bird killed me. As far as my own editing goes, I can say that I've looked up tutorials for hyper-specific things, but literally I learned just through my own stuff. And it's not like I ever use it to interesting effects, but everything I learned, I basically either learned by myself or, you know, or just haven't learned. I think I watched the Game Grumps Barry Here's How I Edit LPs or Videos thing, and that taught me the fast forward blur line effect, which I still use now and then on FTCR. But so much of that was just like, well, I want to do this, you know, what in Premiere Pro allows me to do this? And I just kind of bang my head against it and either give up or figure out a really rough workaround. Trying to talk and play the stage and read chat. Not going well, so I'm just going to play the stage. Catch up in a second. But there's good shit going on. For sure. Okay, I got through the stage. I didn't get all the boxes, but I got through it. Okay. Bye-bye, Patrick. Thank you for torturing me. That's just joking. It was. What a miss. All the time I never get to green it, and not even doing it in free time anymore. Yeah, that's kind of been my worry with college stuff, honestly. The only way you get something on the cheap are via bootlegged 50 games in one, which in reality are just 5 games listed 10 times. Ugh. I imagine YouTube poops are a weirdly effective way of teaching editing stuff, because like, especially if you look at someone who does it well and like you try to emulate things they've done, I feel like that can teach you a lot about YouTube stuff. Or you know, editing stuff, because like in a weird way, like I know there's weird audio specific things from YouTube poops I've learned how to replicate, and like I never get to use them, but now I know how to do it. It's just weird stuff like that. Let's beat up Tiny Tiger. I'm kind of disappointed with myself because I really didn't drink much alcohol, but I feel completely fucked up. Let's get lit, fam. Still like all the small details they added in this remake, though. Try to cheese it, everyone throws cheese at you. Bullshit. I'm curious about Activision's plan, though, because like this year's Crash Team Racing. Does that make next year like an original Crash, or does it make it a Spyro? You know, like, what are they doing? Do we even get anything next year from either franchise? Like, were they just about the remakes and now they're done? You know, it's safe to assume we get something original, but will we? Assumptions aren't always right. You know, I just see it as like, fuck. Activision, you know, doesn't have anything to do with Destiny, which means Vicarious Visions probably aren't doing any Destiny-related stuff like they were. So they've got to be doing something. Well, you'd have to imagine it's Crash. And Toys for Bob, like, well, maybe they're doing a Switch version of Spyro, but like, that won't take the entire team's efforts, you know? It's like, why are they getting eaten? I'm talking Activision remakes, not PlayStation brand. Sorry, that's what I was meaning personally. PlayStation stuff's harder to predict. I feel like, what if PlayStation themselves remade? Like, Medieval's coming out in October. There was that the Wipeout Omega Collection. That was technically a remake of those Vita games and the PS3 game, which was pretty good. You know, it's like PlayStation themselves are weirder about what they remake. Builder 2. Builder 2? Dragon Quest Builder. No, Dragon Quest, that's Square Enix. That's not a remake at all. Heck. I'm talking just Spyro and Crash, basically. Like, it's interesting to me, like, what are they going to do next, you know? Because, like, to what you're saying, AW, like, you would think that would mean 2 years, but also, it's a different studio handling Crash Team Racing. So Vicarious Visions haven't done anything for a while. And that's why I was mentioning Destiny, because they made the PC version of Destiny 2, but Activision doesn't have anything to do with Destiny now. So it's like, that studio's got to be doing something. And they already have experience with Crash, so presumably they're working on an original Crash title. You know, but what if they aren't? Like, I'm just curious to see, now that we're pretty much out of the remake zone with these two series, you know, the things you would reasonably expect them to remake, I just am dying to know what direction they go. Because after Crash Team Racing, it's like, you don't remake Spyro 4, as much as everyone jokes about it, you don't remake Spyro 4, and you don't remake Crash 4. You just keep dying at the Tiny Tiger fight, because you're drunk. I am just insanely curious to know, pun unintended. You know, ideally they just put out games that are of somewhat equal quality to the originals, but also, what if they can't, you know? What if they suck? One more hit. I got this. I've played video games. I know what video games are. That's a good question, and I think the answer is probably no. Actually, Final Fantasy 14 might be the closest, actually. Because that was kind of a bad game, then they said, fuck this, we'll redo it, and they put it out, and now people love Final Fantasy 14. So maybe that's like the closest actual answer to your question.
By defeating
But it's a
time,
good
you will
question
unlock
for
the
sure.
gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now.
Yeah, back then, Final Fantasy XIV was largely seen as a failure. Like, no one really cared about it. People were just kind of like, how could you do this? I got a retweet from the Twitch glitch. That's something. I'm gonna get a drink right here back. Oh, okay. I got milk. Spider Knife, hello. Happy belated birthday. How are you doing, Spider Knife? Yeah, aside from Final Fantasy XIV, I'm sure there are like examples from the 80s into 90s, but I'm not good enough at video games to know any other examples. Final Fantasy XIV kind of seems like the obvious one though.
Who? What? Where was I? Oh.
Remember when they patched these games to make these parts look better? That was pretty cool.
Everyone and everything. But a good heart.
There's nothing to be scared of.
With my minions next time.
Spider Knife, I've got really bad news for you. I got my first Twitch payout, which means at some point I need to schedule Thank You, You Are So Kindness to be streamed on twitch.tv/MakeThisFan. So I need to get with you and see when we're both available, because I want you to be there for that. Since I think you're probably also the only other one who remembers that. That way we can both get into it and within 10 minutes realize this isn't funny. This game itself isn't funny, it was just the one screenshot. And then we can be sad. Then I can be a lightweight on Twitch again. So I'm trying to think. I had at twitch.tv/shortmeow with me that time. And I'm trying to think. That was probably October when I streamed Breath of the Wild? I mean, it's been a long time coming. Like half a year. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, fuck. We regret this. Let's just watch me be confused by Zelda more instead. Fuck this. Nope, this time they announced D-Force and Shining Force and Sonic Force and Crazy Taxi Force. Real shit, who up? I can tell I played Spyro lately because I wanted to kill that bird and get a butterfly from it. Only losers play Spyro, though. Crash is where it's really at. That big head must have fucked up my throat, because I'm feeling a certain kind of way right now. Also, this time I got a non-alcoholic drink, no worries. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. And we haven't even looked at the PlayStation Store yet today. We've got so much to look forward to. Just chug honey. Sounds good. How to jump on box? Thank. Look at that. Pro gameplay. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa! What else has been going on lately in games that we can talk about? Randy Pitchford exists somehow. Oh shit. No, let's not give Randy Pitchford a time. Oh. Look at this guy. Oh yeah, Days Gone came out. It was a perfectly middling game. That happened. Whoa! Super Fantasy Zone.
Get ready.
I played a fair bit of Fantasy Zone, but that's all I can think of when I think of Fantasy Zone. Hog Ride. That's what she said. Mega Drive Mini is probably something I'll buy, but I feel no current excitement for it, outside of the pedigree of who's working on it. Oh, cool. I got the spin dash. Fuck. I hit the button very late. Quack shot? Isn't that some Donald Duck shit? Real shit? I'm telling you, being intoxicated, I'm hitting the buttons like a split 10 seconds too late. It could be there, but I'm not. Plumber shooter. Ew. That's gross. I can't believe you'd say something so disgusting on twitch.tv/MeeknessFan. A high jump off every single box. That'd be pretty cool, right? Ah, it was a trick and I fell for it. Hack. Alright, everyone, time to go. I was trying to spin the jump crate to make something happen. Know how that works? As someone with an irrational fear of receding hairlines, let me tell you, I already got you there. That was a cell phone, wasn't it? Fuck! Crap! Okay, let's do this again, but like, let's do it good this time. Alright, so let's do this again, but let's do it good this time. I always want to think I can spin those guys from the top, because their swords are hitting horizontally. Big mistake. That monkey's carrying a pot. Got him. Man, 4 boxes? I'm all about dying before I go bald, so I feel that. Ride a motorcycle. Can I encourage me to accidentally buy a ticket for TNG? Sure. If I'll show up or not is a different matter, but you can absolutely encourage me to accidentally buy a ticket for TNG. Heck. That's in like a month, isn't it? If only I didn't work a retail job, then I might actually be there. Fuck. I mean, part 3 of Mobius 25 years later, the Sonic Retro review, it's waiting. It's just an inevitability at this point. Someone will hate me enough to do it. Yeah, I'd like to go, but money, like, even if I bought a ticket now, which I could do, it's just the hotel part. It's either I get a room and spend a lot of money, or sleep on someone's floor and hate myself for a weekend. Restart level? Yes. We'll say, though, it'd be good to go to TMG just to see Kadikarus be Johnny Gioeli's tour guide again. Because that was a pretty good thing a few years ago. I imagine they're pairing those two up again. I don't know. The secret reason to go to too many games is to stay in the right hotel that Johnny Gioeli is in. Because if you go early enough for breakfast, he'll be there, and as long as you're not weird, he'll probably let you sit with him and talk to him about whatever the fuck for a little bit. So, that's my pro tip. Also, he likes Buffalo Wild Wings, I think, and there's one right across from the hotel. I'm just throwing you some pro tips if you want to catch Gioeli for a little bit. That's on the house. Very nice guy. I got second place again. That's weird. Haha. Yeah, I was very I didn't get a good night's sleep. So I didn't wind up going to that particular hotel morning, but I heard a lot about it. I have some friends who sat with them. And it was kind of karma because there was a time where all of us, it was Gareth and Steve, and there's a time where we were at the event and I got to go backstage with him and they didn't. So that was just kind of karma, let's be honest. I stayed in a hotel room and tried to sleep and couldn't. I don't do well on the con stuff unless I have a room to myself. And I never have a room to myself, so it just doesn't work for me that well. I like that they remade this game and still made the motorcycle sections feel like poop. Fuck. I gave him a boost. Is June going this year, or is it just Johnny? G-O-L-E, not Some Call Me. I don't think June's going this year either. Yeah, it's the consciousness of someone else, and also when you room with FTCR, those guys get very drunk and very loud, which is great. But when you're a cranky, sleepy boy like me, it's like, well, I like to sleep. Then I just can't sleep, even though it's not anyone's fault. It's just Johnny, okay. So I heard, like, they try to book June, but Sega has a weird thing, and it means you have to book like 2.5 years in advance or something crazy, which like no one can reasonably do. So Johnny just winds up being the one to get booked for these kinds of things more often. Yomicon 2015 had Johnny and June, and I have no idea how they pulled that one off. Kind of crazy. But it did lead to the greatest panel ever, where June, Lisa Ortiz, and someone else did like a Sonic panel, and it was the most awkward thing on earth. It was so good. Holy shit. It was so awkward. I loved it. Oh, I wish I could go back in time to that. Hey, you were Amy once. What was that like? You know, this is pretty good. June, what about that time you did the thing? I don't remember. And that was the panel. That was it. It was great. Yeah, that's also the thing with cons. It's like, oh, you're busy? Oh. Okay, see you later, I guess. I remember Mr. Some Call Me a couple years at Too Many Games had like these charity obligations. And I was like, fuck yeah, but also, damn, I barely got to see you, dude. So popular and so busy. How dare he? Hog Wild is going to be the stage that stops this Crash 3 stream, isn't it? Too drunk to actually try to play it well. And also too distracted by chat. Distracted. Chatrid? I mean, the PlayStation Store is always right there. You could just look at it. Excuse me. Pardon me. I was doing okay until I hit that. Gas. Ah, see it. Yeah, that's pretty much my experience, Rob. Pretty much exactly that. Just Crash looking for the president. Fuck. I was playing a little SA2 earlier today after playing some SA1. SA2 certainly does exist. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Damn. Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't even get to the Chow Garden. Bitchin' and fucking. Shit. Mobile Suit Gundam Karis counter attack. That went over my head, but I'm sure it made sense to Undertale. What's included in the totally digital sale? Let's save now. Let's see all game deals. Ends May 21st at 8 a.m. PT. Dragon Ball FighterZ Ultimate Edition. Hold up, everyone. You're telling me I can get 450,000 voice chats for $75? That's enough to last me a lifetime. Some of these games don't even tell you the price. It's like you'll save so much you won't even care about the price of A Bastard's Tale. Oh, this is just a thing. Ollie Ollie. The second one was on PlayStation Plus at some point. That's pretty cool. Oh no, this is all in-game currency. Oh no. I'm trying. Okay, yo. You get the Trine bundle for $7.49, but what if you got the Trine trilogy for $8.99? Dig it up your butt. Banner Saga 2, Ollie Ollie Epic Combo Edition, Mother Gunner, Super Hot, Super Hot. Yeah, but that requires me to talk to people. Just read Bomber Crew is Boner Crew. What's up, everyone? Your boy's back at it again. I thought that was Elsa from Frozen. I was like, what are you doing here in this list of relative quality? Get out. Yeah, they put Carnival games out on PSVR. That happened. Trine 2, the complete story, until Trine 3, which is already out. Fuck you. Yes, Origin. Sorry, what does this say? I need this image bigger. The Path of Modus Deluxe Edition. The of Modus Deluxe Edition.
Why did they take the A out of their own sign?
Yeah, I think Rogue Legacy was a PlayStation Plus thing at some point. It was either that or I had just gotten my PS4 and was just buying anything that I knew was good. But I've definitely played a little Rogue Legacy and was very bad at it. Something I will recommend for the sale that is very cheap. I will recommend Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. 80% off. I can't tell you the full price, the actual price. Guacamelee is good, and it's from a good studio. If you haven't played Guacamelee, check it out. Anyone want to play Monopoly Plus? Octodad for $5. I'm losing money by not buying it. Wait, what? Hold up. Man, remember PokeCappin'? Oh, okay. This just came out on Steam. I saw Sega tweeting that Rock of Ages 2 was out, and I was like, what? It's already $6? No, okay. Got it. Tembo the Badass Elephant is here if you're looking to support Pokemon. Remember Pokemon? Path of Modus is back. This time he wants you. Windjammers is in the sale. Recommend Windjammers. There's some weird stuff here. We all like Mahjong here, right? Doggos. Hold up. What? No. The Boiling Bolt, my favorite YouTube channel, covers the Xbox games with gold every month. Boggle. Boy, Hungry Shark. Hungry Shark World? What? Hungry Shark Rights Reserved World. Is this just Goldfish? Ubisoft at GOL and Ubisoft present Shark World. This time you're a shark and it takes place in a world. Look at this shark. Number 13. Look at this shark emerge from the water and go back into it. If a shark were to approach me like this, I could tell you I would be pretty scared. I would probably try to leave the beach and tell others to get away. I would hope no one would get bit. Anyway, if you think the shark is real, tell me down below. I feel like I learned a lot about that game, and I also learned nothing about that game. What? Experience life as a shark and eat everything that gets in your way in this action-packed aquatic adventure. Control more than 20 sharks in full HD and take on fearsome bosses as you venture into the depths to find trapped sharks, hidden treasure, and much more. Sink your teeth into the award-winning Hungry Shark series, now on console in full HD. Wait, are you telling me there's over 20 sharks? Could you tell me that again? Offline play enabled. This looks pretty okay. This is only $5. If I like this, I might like Mice and Sand Revised. Sorry, everyone. This time, it's flame over. Blending top-down squirt 'em up action with roguelike RP. Someone did not get paid enough to type squirt 'em up action. Squirt 'em up. Yo, man, you play Toho? Shit, man, I play Flame Over. Squirt 'em up, bitch! Yeah, there's a Warcraft Go. It's like Hitman Go. And Deus Ex Go. Glad to see Mopo screaming, man. Is a firefighter now. Yeah, I bought this when it was like $2. It is currently $2. You know, it's like a weird little puzzly thing. I don't think they're gonna make more of these, but it's kind of a shame because these are neat little things. Wow, look at all those awards. Probably more fun on the phone and Vita, but you know, cross-buy is a thing. I will vouch for Hitman Go. I have not played the other ones yet. Ooh, no, Virginia. I'm trying to get away from Virginia. Furry VR? Deer Sim. What? Did I miss Deer Sim? Oh. What? Cruise the woods in search of skittish does or patrol for trespassing bucks. Beware hunters and... Fight other bucks for dominance and breeding rights. Find, chase, and... I better get to control the breeding, or this game is not worth it. Hey, look, 119 people rated it, and it still averaged out to a 3-star, okay? Where's my... Oh. Okay, here it is. Everyone be quiet, show some respect. Oh.
In a world where you are the deer, you must breed that coyote, that deer, and maybe also the same exact deer. Wouldn't you like to fuck that deer ass? Go on and get it. It's yours for the taking, so long as you've competed with the other bucks. If you're not the top buck, you're gonna have to fight for that fun doe ass. There he is. Are you gonna let him take your doe? That's what I thought. Put on the PSVR headset and become the buck. This summer, for $4, you can be the buck. Oh, you just got shot. Don't you want to buy our game now?
Well, I'm glad we took that detour from this detour of a detour. Jesus Christ. Oh, these must be from the same people. This time you play the hunter, cause fuck turkeys. Well, first off, FTCR would need a VR headset. FTVR? Oh no, it is the same people.
From the minds that brought you Deer Simulator, it's time for Wild Turkey Hunter VR. Pop on the PSVR headset, and you can hunt the most exciting game in mid-Atlantic northern West America. A turkey. Look at the birds fly. They're here to distract you, but don't forget your main target. The West Eastern peasant turkey. Its natural habitat is a poorly rendered forest, and you need to learn to navigate it. Watch as it nonchalantly goes through its daily routine, and our camera goes right by it. You can write on your hand to make sure you don't forget what you're after. Make sure you capture it in the middle of its one animation frame, or else you will not get the best score. This turkey is all yours, Hunter. I wish you luck.
Wow, that's really close to the Oh, got him. Yeah, baby! Ow! Okay, well, they have 2 published games on the PS4, so they've got to be quality. Fort Defense North Menace. It's like when Norman Reedus introduces his son, Mingus Beatus. Mahjong World Contest. Why do I even stream video games? I should just go look at the fucking shit on the store, because it's way more fun than any video game will ever be. Mahjong World Contest! Line 1. Take part in a Mahjong contest. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a 4-pack. Carnival Mahjong? Mahjong Gold? Mahjong Pixar Brave? Oh shit. Here we go again. Yeah, you can buy the 2-pack for $10. What if you bought the 4-pack for $4? The latest named Davis. What are the add-ons? Oh. Yeah, of course. That's such a weird amount. 5 stars. 17 stars. 30 stars. Just give me the trailer. Just let me know what Mahjong World Contest looks like. Fine. Doodle God. Doodle Doodle Devil? What? What are these? Oh, this one has a trailer. Mild blood, partial nudity. Okay. In the beginning, God created all things, ... But the devil was busy as well. Yeah, I guess. The evil. That's what he did. You all know about the evil. Excuse me? Oh, is this medieval? Okay. Apple. Human.
Great.
What? Guess what happened next? I can't even guess what already happened. There's a cat. Please pick the cat. Oh. Love is energy of life. Thank you, Robert Browning. To quote Jason Griffith in Sonic the Hedgehog, how much longer can this go on? The answer is 3 minutes. No fast forward. You gotta take this in. Holy shit. Can't do this. I can't. I can't. Oh, thank God. We've reached the end of the digital sale. Oh. Dude, guys, I have 1 cent. What should I spend it on? I wonder if that even has a trailer. Oh! Red Dead Online is only $39? Cool. Penny for my thoughts. More like a penny for my thoughts. There's an Ubisoft sale. They got good games. People already give me money on Twitch and Patreon. I'm not making a wish list. Also, I don't think you can give people games on PS4. I'm pretty sure I tried. I was trying to buy my friend Alex Yakuza 0 at some point before he got into Yakuza. Didn't work. Kind of sucked. I really love when I hit game sale on PS4 and it's all in-game currency. Like, oh, I'd love to buy... Oh, that's actually the game. I thought it was just like a $9 in-game guitar. I was like, alright, fuck yeah. That's what I wanted. It's Valiant Hearts. You know, that's a video game. Black Flag. Rayman Legends. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is taking a while. Games under $20. Overclocked's free right now on PS Plus. Oh yeah, the Batman Ninja Turtles came out.
Carl, we gotta come watch Twit again. Oh, it's on every Sunday night at 9 a.m. on AMC.
What are the must-have games according to PlayStation 4? What are the 20 best PlayStation games? Siri! One time I say Siri, my phone doesn't actually react. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, complete. Spider-Man. Whoa. Red Dead, Tetris, Edith Finch, Last of Us. Okay, Apex, A Plague. Near. Okay, I'm not hydrated. I gotta. I mean, this is A-list. I don't know. Like, those are definitely all video games. Get lost in a great narrative as this old man gets milk. I know what. Okay. Like, I guess these are the games I'd point to at PS4 for, like, here's the mass market good story games that won't throw you off too much, but also here's an oddball like Dang It Grandpa. Like, yeah, I guess. Firewatch is here, that's cool. Night in the Woods, alright. No time commitment necessary. Overwatch. A Plague. Oh, Minute. Minute's a good game. I'm glad that's here. Wipeout. Nidhogg. Gun. Splink. These are definitely lists. Esports. Compete with the pros. Beat the shit out of Goku. Apex's just in every category here. Whoa, dude. Hohokam, yeah, Hohokam belongs on Whoa, dude. Polybius, Bound, Super Thought. What's Goner? Is this like Nog? Nog seemed okay. Oh, it's a whale. Oh, it's the whale again. That seems like a game I'd enjoy to some degree. Oh shit, I need to change my game title. Hold on. Create your dashboard. What's something no one would care if I was lying about streaming about? Detroit Become Human. Here we go. Alright everyone, welcome back to my Detroit Become Human stream. Oh, these are literally the themes. I thought it was like games with a theme. Our favorite themes. No. There's a fucking burger. That's cool. Challenge accepted on the PlayStation 4. Come play Chess Ultra. Out now. You thought Chess 2 was intense. How about you rip some stones with Chess Ultra? PlayStation VR is not for use by... Is this really VR chess? No, we were killing animals in Crash 3 earlier. There was technically some time. I did read the David T. Lurker review of the Archie Sonic Mobius 25 years later, so there's been a lot of violence this stream, actually. God, look at how decadent this is. All this just to stare at a chessboard in VR. You even get some Starbucks on the side. That's cool. This is just like Game of Thrones. Bloom effects. Finally, chess is here. It didn't even show any gameplay. Oh, this is the fuck you. This is the gameplay trailer. Also, hello, Godspeed 176. I hate that I can't fast forward through these videos. Take me to the gameplay. I need to know if the physics are right for chess. The most breathtaking chess game ever made. This summer, test your skills with Marathon, Blitz, and Classical modes. Play in a cave. Play in a cave. And also, play in a library again. Extensive tutorials. Gobbled up by the flames. Challenge the community. Seamless online multiplayer. This angel fucks. Why are their eyes on fire? Oh no! Ah! Oh! Shit! Oh fuck. Sorry guys, there is violence in this stream. I'm sorry. I didn't know Detroit Become Human got this good. Fuck. Alright guys, sorry, I gotta buy this oh. Sorry, I gotta buy PlayStation Now right now. Hold up. No, I'm going back in. I was out, but I'm back in. Holy shit. What? Why are these so expensive? Oh no, I think my PS4 froze again. I was just going to see how many other times they charge $10 for chess sets. Ugh. We're going back in. We need to go deeper. What labyrinthine process did we use to get there again? Here we are. Yeah, I went all the way over here. I hit this. I went over here. Here's a fun challenge for y'all sometime. Do this shit on the PS3, because it is nuts. It does not work. The Academy Game Pack is a tribute to the long and noble chess playing tradition in Russia, Literally thousands of Grandmasters. Hey, the Easter Island chess set is free. Bring a touch of luxury to the board with the Imperial chess set for Chess Ultra. Handcrafted. Christ, I cannot do this. Never mind. We out. Whoa! Oh my god, it's actually in here. Near Dark Souls games. Build your legend on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, these games all suck. There's Persona 5. We found it. We found it. It was here the whole time. Dragon Quest Builders for $60. I got that at 15 when Toys R Us was dying. Literally a year ago, actually. It was like a year ago this week. And I never beat it. Oh shit, I'm terrible. Isaac or Gungeon? I think I have Isaac on Vita, but I don't want to give Nick House money. Gungeon sounds cool. This has Knack on the cover. Cat Quest? Swords of Ditto. I'm mutuals with someone on Twitter who animated on Swords of Ditto. Rapper the Rapper. Loco 2 remastered. Minutes Back. Right where it belongs. Okay Heroes. Knack 2. Whoa. Overcooked. Low-key surprised Spyro isn't here, but you know, what do I know? Burnout Paradise. Man, you can talk to DJ Atomica in that game. Well, Parappa already stole money from a fan, so I assume that's what you were referring to. Oh, shit. If you've never Googled Parappa the Scammer before, please Google Parappa the Scammer and then bookmark it. Frankenmutt knows what's up. I still see him post on the forum now and then, and I'm always like, you're the guy who got scammed by Parappa the Rapper. How do you still exist? This category better sell me a bigger couch. Oh. I was expecting the first article to be like extra long couch, $899.99. I think this just came out on the Switch too, so you know, people only want to play games on the Switch. That's pretty cool. Game's cute as hell. I just want to show this off a little bit because the guy I mentioned is very nice on Twitter. Figured pimp it out a little bit. Jackbox, who would ever play that? I just need to know. I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, it's Nobi Nobi Boy. Okay. Alright, everyone. Boy needs to measure himself to impress girl. So get to the moon so you can measure yourself. Actually, no, I think they already impressed the girl. Never mind. Nobody boy's over. This seems a little interesting. Is it poop? Sure, why not? It seems like the kind of thing I'll fall into a event in a city one day, and there'll just be someone playing that there, and I'll be like, well, I don't have a way out of here, so I guess I'll play this with you. Give me games under $15. Oh my... What? For less than a quarter, I can have Mahjong Deluxe 3? The blockbuster continuation to popular Mahjong series. Oh. This is American-ass Mahjong. I thought this was... So when I played Yakuza and they were like, yo, dog, we got Mahjong, I thought this is what they were talking about. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's play some goddamn Mahjong! I was wrong. I was horrifically wrong. Now this looks fucking bonkers. Welcome to Crazy Even. That's basically where we're at the moment. I couldn't beat the motorcycle stage in Crash 3 because I was too intoxicated. So we came to check out the eShop. For 24 cents, you can have Mahjong Deluxe 3. And you can relax and enjoy the numerous and varied puzzles today. I had a rum job, which was Captain Morgan's mixed with Sunkissed. You missed the deer and wild turkey simulators. Those sucked. Man. $5 down to a quarter, that's basically a steal. Dark wood. Wood. No heroes here. My Big Sister Academia. I love that series. Refort's Home is depressing. Wow, this is all the games on PS4 that are under $15. Shame there's so few. Shadow of Lootbox, great game. Pipe Push Paradise. I'm sorry. What? Oh, what? How did I not see that? What? Bro? Oh, what? Aren't you cold? What's she good at? I think I'm weirdly into this. Fuck. Check out our Discord link, y'all. Minecraft is 10 years old now? So am I. 2 movies. Can't stop once. That's a great Sonic song. Alright, what's for me? Oh. Okay. The Occupation. Resident Evil 2. Galgun, because you bought Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, you anime-loving fuck! Remember when they put out a remaster of the first Onimusha in January? I remember. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. The Push Pop Paradise, serve me soon.
Did mature.
What do you do when every girl wants a piece of you? Bring euphoria to the masses. More like the asses. Touch and rub those asses. Your way to success. Wow. Super kawaii shooting action straight from the heart. Ecstasy shot. Feel the love. That's all we have to say. I'd love to change my destiny now that you mention it. Who's best girl? None of these. All of them! Shizuka Ninomiya. Solid contender. Find true love. Is this why I've had no success in my adult dating career? Oh. Tsukubaman! Don't be shy, don't be scared. Santa's always watching. Left thigh. I want the right one though. Oh my gosh. I'd love to embrace the Moe. Wow, it's only $30? Why didn't you guys tell me about this shit? This looks cool. It's included with PlayStation Now? There's a story mode? This is like Typing of the Dead, but good. Oh. Oh, this is where I can support the developers. I love throwback uniform outfit. Oh, this is like a Nights in the Dreams outfit. It's purple. I can buy an open disc. Immortal Redneck, it's me, y'all. 70 anime games in one PlayStation store, and I'm still around. Darkest Dungeon and Darker Dungeon. 3 Wild Arms. Road Dead Redemption. Nice, not bad. Cars 3. I just saw at the Mini-Me made a review of Cars 3 today. I should link him in chat and pimp him out, because he doesn't have enough subscribers. Mini-Me Cars 3. Hold up. He needs more subscribers. Like, no one's subscribed to his channel. And he's always coming to me like, Chris, why aren't more people subscribed to my channel? And I'm like, I don't know, Mini-Me. You tell me. So everyone go subscribe to Mini-Me. He reviews the Cars games. He's got like 12 subscribers. Because you played Sonic Mania, you're going to love the shit out of Street Fighter. And the Secret of Mana remake that no one really cared about much about. Oh, what? Dude, I got a power glove. That's what Mordecai sounds like. Oh. Game Mill. It's not like they make quality products.
Introducing an all-new side-scrolling action brawler
Don't worry,
featuring
kid.
all your
I'm using
favorite
protection.
Cartoon Network shows and characters, including Uncle Grandpa.
Ah, yes, the star of the show.
Mordecai and Rigby. Finn
Oh,
and
he went
Jake,
from. Oh, he got to 71,000. Aw, you guys all subscribe to him. Thank you.
Cartoon Network Battle Crashers. What time is it?
Bad news, everyone. I'm Steven. Good. Friends are playing the best games on the PlayStation right now. Upcoming games I might like. The Elder Scrolls Online 3 times. Everyone likes Rick and Morty. Am I right? Everyone loves the Rick and Morty. He's got eyes in his eyes, Johnson. Everyone loves Scott Broidery. His name. That's Justin Roiland. Oh, I don't feel so good.
Back to you in the studio, Chuck. I don't give a sorry about that, folks.
Squanch.
Lots of outrage over these dogs.
Obviously, we were dealing with Steven.
And you're keeping the kids because you don't
Underwear attack!
push me and you push me.
Oh, holy shit! Everybody! Dan Harmon had a skit where he fucked a baby doll
That's what the abstainers look like.
a long time ago. I think that was the extent of the Dan Harmon thing.
They look just like the guy who's got the dogs in his eyes causing all this trouble. Shut the f up, Trover. No one needs to hear your commentary about everything.
It was a pretty solid 2 seconds of silence. It's pretty good. Okay, everybody! I guess I'm gonna go over there and do the thing. So excited for season 4 of Rick and Morty! Well, now you can play this in VR, everybody!
You son of.
What if you did that and just waited for the show? Played on a TV or in your headset? Everybody loves Rick and Morty! Orcon.
I'm your boss. I'm the one who pays your bills.
Oh shit, he twerked.
So I need you to shut the f up and do what the f I tell you to do.
I remember when he announced this at like the Game Awards or some bullshit, and I was like, why are you doing this here? I thought this was a quality show. Guys, it's almost out. We're not talking about that bullshit. I thought that was the movie. I was like, that's not a PS4 game. I don't know. I think I'm excited for Everybody Loves Trover now. These are just the same games. So much. This is just Yakuza stuff. Persona front the Fundle. Fundle? Rage 2 is gonna blow your mind. Look, that person's having their mind. No, I'm not saying even compared to the last 3 streams. I just mean this tab was literally this tab. I mean, you can almost play a puzzle game and be like, okay, here's these. Where's Far Cry? Mortal Kombat? Well, here it is. Okay, where's Days Gone? There's Days Gone right there. Okay, let's match them up. I've already played Nier Automata. Background music. I needed to make a beat. Oh yeah, remember Dreams? That's out. Hey, look at this game. That's pretty. Wow. Who would ever play that shit? Hey, you guys want to play that shit? Wow.
Adventure. Build a legitimate corporation by completing open world missions, acquiring businesses.
I'm glad we finally found that game in the store. What's going on with movies and TV lately? I've watched like 5 movies this week. That's pretty cool. Got Spider, Punch It, John Wick 2, Happy Death to You. I can pre-order Avengers Endgame Plus bonus? Are you... Sorry, could you tell me more? The 4th installment in the Avengers saga. I feel like that's kind of like downplaying it a little bit, isn't it? What's the bonus? Please, tell me the bonus. Never mind. I don't get to know the bonus. Thanks. Thank Thanos. Get it? I think if I watched a PS4 movie on here, it would actually kill me. Like, Twitch would actually snipe me. Fairy Tale. Beholder? Greta? Her smell? Whoa, you're telling me Pikachu and Microsoft are going to make a game console now? Pre-orders. God. Please let me pre-order Detective Pikachu for $20. That's all we get to pre-order. Not much. What's popular? Oh, anime. Jesus. What are the deals? Jungle Book is $2 off? Frozen is $2 off? Guys, pretty good deals here. Young Sheldon's 40% off. Just saying. Life is Strange 2 episode 3 is free? Oh, that's bullshit. Is this anime? Luffy is ready for combat as you adventure on Prison Island. Wait. Hold up. Prison Island. I don't know about that, Rick. God, my PS4 is so sad. Like, help. Slow as molasses. Bye, Crash. 5 secret discs. What's the secret discs? Oh, here we go. company runs itself. I'm at the beach. Looks to me like his company ran itself into the ground. Ha 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 ha. I want to make sure one of my settings carried over. There, that's what I want. Cops didn't see me do that, so I'm good. Oh shit. Fuck you, dude. They'll never find me inside my building. Since you've been gone. One of his running gags is that streaming's just a fad and it'll never catch on. Oh, this game's so stupid. Fast car. Fuck this one, man. Ow. Here we go. Much better. Okay, we made it. Oh. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours? Wow, that's not bad. Good? That's not good. Travis McElroy? That guy from that song? About the thrift shop? That's cool. IBS. It's like irritated bowel syndrome. Oh shit, the cops. Alright, cops, you can't come into my house. I accepted the mission. Okay, I gotta move this cop car. Now I can accept the mission. Oh, this game's so dumb. This may be a little obscure, but I always read Scooter's dialogue in a pilot Red Sun voice. I don't know. DJ Jockage, bitch. Y'all ever play GTA? What shoes we want? Yeah, yellow looks good on that 2 pixel wide shoe. Yeah, apparently you gotta go down to Hawaii, and that's where it happens. One thing I like is that, at least for a while, if you destroy the world, it stays like that for a while. Like all this shit over here I did earlier. Kinda neat. Plus the game just looks good. We go to the gun shop so we can run Amazon, rob Amazon. Nice. Oh, there we go. I also like that you can run faster in cars in this game. It's a nice little touch. No. That's it. Shit. They'll never find me if I go backwards. Oh, hey, we made it. I'd love the game all night, baby. Competitive couponing. Oh. Yo, my game controller doesn't have any batteries. It's no good without the latest fuel. Doesn't sound very high tech to me. I'll go to the arcade where I have to spend more money anyway. Come on, son. We've got to check out this virtual reality thing. Come with me while it's still hot on the presses. Oh, I got a shotgun. Actually, my brain... I don't even remember what I think it sounds like anymore. Also, my throat's still dead, so I probably shouldn't try to do an impression. I want to try this virtual reality thing for myself. I've heard they have Deer Simulator and Turkey Pro Hunter. Spent more time than I should admit thinking the numbers going up meant I was getting score, when actually you have to collect the coins in this mission to actually get any score. Oops. Yeah, we got it. Look at this. We got over half a minute left. Are you kidding me? I'm great at video games. Virtual reality score. It's Jada Plinkett Smith. Wow. The star of Detective Pikachu. That's good. I got a gold medal. Didn't beat my best score, but I got one. 565. I miss when I was playing this game and I was ranked 1 in all the missions. That was pretty cool. God, this guy looks so gross. His eyes, he's so evil looking. And his haircut. I think this VR stuff, it's just gonna go somewhere. No one fucking comes here, but we've got investors. It's foolproof. Bye-bye, Spider Knife. We'll play Thank You, You're So Kindness soon enough. I look at my videos and sometimes I think about how much early footage I wind up using in reviews because I'm playing this and I'm like, man, I used a lot of footage from the start of this game. I also used a lot of footage from the end of this game. Hashtag spoilers. Alright, yeah, so like, there's a problem with the map that I touched on in my video. It's like, now that I'm outside of this building, I don't, you know, if I was trying to find this later and couldn't remember that this is the VR building, aka under assessment, how would I know if I could go back in there? If I was like around here, that I could go back in here to do this challenge, you know? And it's like, now that I'm here, I can see that it's the virtual firing range. It's right there. But otherwise, like, But the company on their Twitter is showing all kinds of updates they're doing that'll basically fix almost every issue I had with the game, so very soon this game is going to get a lot better to play, I think. This guy looks busy. This is the only haircut that really matters, let's be honest. Oh, you fixed your sprite hair at least. Man, I want that station wagon. The Kuwabara haircut. That's what he sounded like, right? I never watched that shit.
I gotta go home and watch television to get my next business idea. Hush! Hang on, Dave Ramsey, I'm coming!
Lexi loves yuck. Who doesn't love yuck? Kuwabara. That's accurate. I know I'm right. Thank God. We're just in time for Yu Yu Hakusho. My mom? Oh, this isn't the Dave Ramsey program.
What if I stole cars and sold them too? Let me check my iPad 2 Pro.
Another slam dunk business tip. Yay! I didn't really talk about it in review because I didn't really ever look at these. But there is some shit. Go. Like, what if this was a Game Boy game? Well, now we know. Can I check to see if this game has controller support? I've got bad news for you. I haven't heard either way if the PC version has controller support or not. I had to imagine it does. Ice is nice. Oh, Mac. Yeah, yeah, I requested a PS4 version when I was reviewing this, so I'm not actually sure what the PC version's like. But yeah, I've never... I feel like I would have heard if someone was like, oh, this doesn't have controller support, so... Let's go! Oh, okay. When they put out a physical version of this, though, I'm probably gonna double dip. Yeah, I understand. I wouldn't really want to play this with a mouse and keyboard, you know. You know, you could own a hoodie with tape on it. You could own a hoodie that says fart. You could own a hoodie that says... What's that guy from Kingdom Hearts 2's hoodie say? Dog Bone or Dog Squad or something? Jackable vehicles. God, was it Dog King? Dog Street! That's what it is, Dog Street. Oh, it's so good. What the fuck is Dog Street? Oh, it's from the bouncer. That makes it make more sense and less sense. That's kind of impressive. Oh, the map looks different in this. Okay. I don't have enough. You're too poor to buy this. Oh, okay. I guess this one tutorialize me. Friggin' feather bottom. What other filters do we got? I never really looked at the other filters, but I kinda next gen. Portland 3, Tampa, Auto. Okay. Oh. That's nice. Yeah, it's not too bad to make money. As far as this game goes, on my main save file, I'm 98%, and that's because I was playing before it came out, and I didn't want to... There's like 30 phone chargers spread across the map in like certain buildings and stuff, and I didn't want to look for them all without a guide. So in my mind, I 100%ed the game. I haven't looked for like a guide since this came out. On this file, I'm 11% in already. But on my main file, I spent about 14 hours on this game to get that far in. And like maybe half an hour of that was just me leaving the pause menu on as I looked at my phone or something. But, you know. I'm going to link you to a more coherent take on these thoughts than I can currently provide, because I've had a bit of alcohol and I'm coming down from that. Close fans. If you would like to add this to your watch later. Oh, okay, beat me to it. Oh, okay, I'll see how it is. Yeah, if you want to throw that on your watch later and hear me speak slightly more coherently. God, this guy looks so stupid. Get off my lawn, Featherbottom. Yeah, this is basically just 2D top-down GTA. That's the simplest way to describe it. Like, right now, we're mad at Featherbottom, who is the better entrepreneur on Honolulu. So he's gonna take his car and run it into the water, because why not? Featherbottom sucks. Good time to take a phone call in the middle of the road. You can double jump on people's heads. It's pretty tight. There's a mission here. We could do it. Who could it be? I wonder. We're in the VR business now, Ron! He's angry. I think we'll get this disguise and call it, because I have a Staxel date I'm running late for. Apparently I should have drank more according to Hydrate Bot. Headband's pretty cool. That's his top hat, though. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Purple top hat's pretty good. Fortunately, we can't see a lot of the wigs due to the top hat. But also, we've got a top hat. Yeah, that's a good disguise. Hell yeah! Subscription required, baby. So that's kind of the hook of the game. It's like, well, what if you just kept spending money to get more money? Huh. So all these little pink buildings, it's like, oh, you can go in here and threaten the person. And the property opens up to purchase, just like this place just did for us. Now I can buy it. Now it's mine. And once we... Oh, that's probably not intentional. Okay. All this stuff is supposed to be locked. But I guess since I unlocked it on my other save file, I can do it here? Huh. Yeah, you can amplify your daily revenue per building. And there's a lot of buildings. You can buy every one of these buildings. Sometimes they get grouped together, like this is just the trailer park. But for the most part, every single one of these buildings you buy, and then you can upgrade them if you want, and every single, every few minutes or so, a day passes and you get more money, and oh my god. So that's kind of the game. It's like, oh, here's weird capitalist humor, or, oh, what if you just had a shitload of money? And that's kind of the game. It's pretty good. Check out the Please Play It, and then I'll say thank you so much for joining the stream, because I've been streaming for 3 hours and 3 minutes. It's probably time to stop streaming. If you play this game, you will be rich IRL. Rich with the satisfaction of playing a good game. Why does Streamlabs OBA say face mask settings up here? Oh, what? Oh no. What? Why do these oh no. We're not doing this tonight. Anyway. Goodbye everyone, thank you for joining the stream. This will be up on my archive YouTube channel where I'm sure I will regret its existence daily. Thank you all for bits and making me read horrific things. And before I go, thank you Breeze for joining in. Apparently I can see how many messages someone has sent in my chat. Capricornus Caretaker is at 999 plus. Franken Mutts at 999 plus. That's already a weird system. Bye-bye.